Thank you, Pinchas. It's
Anytime.
such a joy to hear you tell everything. You just, you know, we could spend another hour just listening to your stories because you answer so many questions which everyone has in mind. I think it's really important what you say. It's important that so many people are able to join us today, and they're still with us. There's over 100 people still watching this webinar, and I'm sure everyone had incredible time because with your experience, with your career of developing your ideas and playing this incredible repertoire for so many years and working with incredible musicians, I think you it's just amazing that you're able to articulate everything and to share it with us. And I really thank you deeply for
Well,
all the time. Right.
Dima, I really, really, I know I'd love to answer everybody that have questions, but it's not the answers. It's what you hear that you can improve on. And that comes learning really from the masters that can teach. Even if it doesn't work right, you have to change the master. That's all.
You
It's not,
mentioned something yesterday when we talked. I just want you to repeat. Remember the story you said that Isaac Stern told you once that you should be as
sponge. Yeah. That's what
that you learn from everyone. You learn from all the experiences. You learn.
I'm telling you about Roisman, Opus 18 number 4. I'll show you. Then came Sasha. You know, but that beginning was magic, magic,
Those
because
was the fingerings you were mentioning that you.
also Dumbo. Oh, I never forget. And also this one he played open string. And I also only learned years later from Milstein. Why I asked him, I said, why do you play so many open strings and flageolets? He said, because violin play alone. And you think, my God, of course, violin plays alone. And this, but what I learned from him, when he shift, he played an harmonic, what we call a harmonic. Now we don't play like that, but he did. I spent once 15, almost 20 minutes. Uh, uh, so I said, I don't like that. He says, why? No, no. I said, why? So he made me do. So again I went, no. So I did again, 15 minutes, back and forth, back and forth. Finally I said, Natan, you know my name? He went, Zucker. Oh, Zucker, Zucker. Okay, I get it. He said, fine, fine, fine. Go ahead, do it.
I remember that was from the
Yeah.
documentary. You were yeah.
Well, 15 minutes. It was just that one. That's it.
Did you make you think also how it's important an individual to try different fingerings, different bowings, just to find something for your own
Sure, sure.
artistic vision? That
But
it's very individual, right?
not at the start, not when you're teaching. The teaching, they have to get the same fingerings, same bowings that we have for many years.
Is there something you have you can share? You do mentally to prepare before the concert? Do you have some kind of routine? You mentioned about practicing scales, playing Bach, and you mentioned yesterday beautifully that you go usually before the concert. in advance, and sometimes before rehearsal you listen to the orchestra to get yourself in a mood.
Yeah, the concerts, I have a, let's call it superstition. Many people have different superstitions. Um, I usually, if it's a concert at 8 o'clock, let's say in the evening, doesn't matter where, by around 6 or so, I have a cup of coffee, um, and I go in the shower. And I run in the shower. Not run, but I do, anyway, to loosen my shoulders. By 6:45, sometimes I get dressed because it's such a pain in the neck to carry too much stuff. I used to just take my suit with me. Now I sometimes get dressed, and I get to the place. I take it out, and I tune. I play a few scales. I try not to spend too much time backstage, depending what the orchestra is playing. If I'm playing first, let's say a concerto in the first half, I'm there a good half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour before. But I have already played a rehearsal that morning. That's the last rehearsal day. The next day, I will do something during the day. And then again, the same thing, 6 o'clock, bingo. Sometimes a little earlier, depends on the weather. But I don't go into histrionics. And that's because I think I'm prepared well enough to feel comfortable, meaning comfortable, to feel the essence of what I need to do for myself first in the music. And then I go on stage and I have certain elements that I do in certain pieces, like tutis, I will play with the orchestra, especially when I'm conducting. I'm already turned around to the orchestra, I will play some of the tutti. Not a lot, because when you're playing Beethoven concerto, you have about almost 3.5 minutes before you play. Hands get a little cold, dry. So I will usually play the second violin part here. Partly because I like that B flat. B flat and D major, it's amazing. And then I give it up and then letter B. That comes from Isaac. And then he did 3 of those. I do 3 of those. Now, funny story, true story. Unfortunately, he died. I was playing the concerto maybe a month or so later, and I don't remember where. And I said to myself, Pink, he's not coming to the concert. Maybe he'll hear it up there, but it'll be so far away. So I decided I won't do any of that. Nothing, I'll just stand there and I'll do this and let it be, but not play. That's it. And you know what? It's exactly the same. It didn't make any difference. So I thought to myself, you stupid, Years and years and years. Okay, so the next night, I'm playing the next night, same place, same orchestra. You know what? I went right back to the same thing. So is that a superstition? Absolutely. Does it help? I don't know. Probably not. But so what? It somehow settles you a little bit.